One of the things we talk to with a lot of our guests, and I love your perspective, is just this concept of testing and in growth marketing. We often talk about and kind of joke, offhandedly that if you have a disagreement on marketing, just go ahead and test it. But not everything has to be a test, right? But with ClickUp's volume of signups and web traffic, no doubt that you guys have the velocity to be able to test things. So maybe walk us through kind of your approach to testing and what things need to be a test, what things we can just make decisions as marketers.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think there's this fallacy in marketing that um, everything should be tested. I think you kind of alluded to that just now. That is not possible, and I think it can kind of drive you a bit nuts, and it actually pushes out decision making quite often. We do have high volume of signups. We do get a lot of web traffic, but it's not equally distributed. So just a simple example would be, we need to spruce up our landing page that talks about our enterprise solution. Or we need to spruce up, we're just literally working on this. I just launched an AI product for us called ClickUp Brain. And yeah, we're going to send a ton of traffic to it, but we have zero traffic right now. It's like a
Mm.
new thing. There's been no data. We have nothing. So at some point, you just got to make those decisions, make some, have some good hypotheses, do a bit of research to see like how else people are doing it. And my philosophy is like try to like zag a little bit from the zig. Don't do what others are doing. Try to be very, very different. And if you look at our AI page, clickup.com/AI, you'll see a little bit about what we mean. We've kind of broken a lot of the rules of like standard like landing page conventions and whatnot. And it's still converting really well. We have something like 10,000 signups to our launch party that's happening on Tuesday, just as an example. So like there are things that you can marry different disciplines in marketing to come up with something cool and unique that doesn't have to be tested in that way. Now that we've had that traffic, in a couple of weeks, we will start A/B tests. Of course, I want to drive more conversion. Of course, I want people to be like raising their hand and saying, I want a demo of this thing or sign up or whatever, right? So we'll start that in the next couple of weeks, but not at the outset. That's at least how I've tried to operate. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff in the not testing bucket, which, you won't know until you observe the data. And frankly, maybe even those things don't need to be observed. For example, maybe I want to advertise on your podcast. How would I actually test that? How would I
Mhm.
really
Mhm.
know that if I'm on this podcast and we do this for 3 months or 6 months, that there was like a lift in brand awareness and that people actually Googled us? It would be very, very difficult to test. So I wouldn't like burn cycles on that. That is more like who's the audience? Do I believe Phil about like how many people are actually listening and downloading? Okay, I do. All right, great. This is for us, right? That's kind of what it is.
Yeah, we'll show you screenshots from Transistor for download numbers. Yeah, we can talk offline about this for sure.